And welcome back to the channel. We are back for the winter at the Screenskeeper, playing the greatest simulator software in the world, GSPro. Guys, over 1,000 courses, I think even over 1,100 at this point, and we have chosen beautiful Shadow Creek Golf Club, North Las Vegas, an absolute legend and an absolute monster. This is going to be a tough one to score on, and we are rusty. Just getting started, picking our journey back up, trying to get as low as we can. So without further ado, let's head to the first tee and see what we're looking at out here. All right, hole one at Shadow Creek looks like a 391-yard par 4 from the blue tees. Dangerous first tee shot with out of bounds to our left. Let's see if we can cut a ball and leave one in play. And an okay drive has left us on the skirts of the fairway. 174 in for a second shot on the par 4. Got an 8-iron in hand. Let's see if we can fly one down. We like it. We're a little left the line. Let's see if we can hold in that circle. Start ourselves off with a par. All right, we're within 45 feet. 2-putt par to start the day. Off to number 2. Feeling decent. And number 2, a par 4, 409 yards. Here comes a flyover. All right, a little more room to hit into on this one. Let's see if we can put one out there. We're also going to play the cut again. We may have outdriven our little strip of fairway, pushed it a little to the right. And if we get between these trees, I think we're safe. And I spoke a little soon. By safe, I mean we're going to have to punch one low and through these trees, 136 to go. We've got the 8-iron back in hand. We're going to close that club face, aim a little off right. We're going to try and low hook wrap one back, keeping it low and back a little over to our left. And we got a little too much of it there. We've flown over. Let's see if we can make it up and down from right over the green. All right, not a lot of green to work with here. Trying to pop one up and land it soft without much rollout. 16 yards. Decent ball into the circle, and we've converted up and down on the second. Heading to number 3, even par. Looks like a 473-yard par 4. A long one. Here's the flyover. It's truly amazing and incredibly expensive, apparently, the landscape they have been able to put out in the middle of the desert to design this course. And we've left one hanging a little off to the right side. A tight enough fade, but our line did not start enough left, and we're fighting out of some trouble here on the third. Well, not much of a play here except about a 120-yard punch out, and we're going to have to try and get up and down from that spot. First, hoping we convert a decent punch out here. Oh, caught some tree that I did not expect to catch. Thought I was going to get out clean there. A decent shot I was happy with. Let's see if we have a window. All right, 147 out of the rough, a little bit uphill, and it does look like we have some tree to contend with. We're going to hit a bit of a low hook out to the right, trying to keep it away from this tree, bringing it back in, and hopefully getting ourselves on the green. Remember, we need to put this within 10 feet to par this hole. Well, we're out with the hook. Can we get up that hill? Oh, we've hit a wonderful ball here. A wonderful ball, but we are not quite going to get within the 10 feet. We're going to have to settle for a bogey at about 18 feet outside from the pin. Great recovery there, and one you got to be happy with, a good bogey. A good bogey, as we call it. Sounds funny just saying it. And we move to number 4, the par 5, 552 yards. Let's take a flyover. Another tee shot. Big danger to the left. We're going to make sure that we try and play a subtle fade on this one again. Keep it safe out of that water. Uh-oh, we popped that one up. Popped that one up ugly, but we did put enough fade spin on it that we're going to be out there. Maybe even a fairway ball, but man, that was an ugly little sky ball. Still out there, 215. Sets us up with 311 in. We're not going to make it all up in one stroke, but this is a par 5. Still going to have a great shot to score on this hole. So we're just going to take a hybrid club. Looking good. We're hugging a little bit left, a little towards that rough in those bunkers. And it looks like we will miss the fairway a little bit. Left ourselves 100 in out of the rough. We've got a 50-degree wedge in hand. We're gonna take a, not quite a full cut here, but out of the rough, I wanna give it a little extra. And if we can sit one in nice and close from this 100-yard shot, we'll walk out of here with our first bird of the day. We're on line. Do we like it? Do we like it? Do we like it? Can it sit? Can it stay? Now we've hit it just through the zone. A beautiful shot. One I gotta be happy with. But we'll settle in there outside of 10 feet and we'll take par on the 4th. Off to number 5. Number 5, our first par 3 of the day at 159. Here's what she looks from above. And we're going slightly up the hill on this 159-yard par 3. We've got a 9-iron in hand. All right, here she comes around. Did we get enough of it? We've got the draw. Will we get up there? All right, a decent ball, but she has settled right back off of the green, leaving us with a little bit of a bump to try and get within 10 feet up and down for a par. And can we settle? Oh, that is very bad luck. It ran out by about 2 inches, costing us our par, leaving us with a bogey on our first par 3 of the day. Let's see if we can get that one back as we head to number 6. Par 4, 467 yards, and here's a flyover. Woo! Another tight fairway lined by trees. Eventually it does bend out to the right, so we're gonna stay with this shape and keep trying to cut the ball a little bit left to right. Even with that nice pretty line, I could end up in this bunker. This is a tough course. And we're gonna take our second shot from the fairway bunker in this one. 199 to go, 6-iron here. We're gonna try and really get a nice piece of this with our 6-iron. Got a good piece of it. We're on our way. Come on, go. Now I need you to stay off the green. Don't 3-putt me, or go all the way in that circle. Come on, make it there. Come on, turn that light yellow. There we go. Woo! What a shot out of that bunker. 200 yards, just trickled into the 45-foot circle, giving me a 2-putt for par, desperately needed. All right, good momentum. On to number 7. Scoring opportunity with the par 5, 528 yards. Let's take a look. And another hole with potential trouble off to our left. We're gonna try and go high up and over those and see if we can fade it just a little bit back from the left to the right. Uh-oh, we turned that one over bad. Bad pole hook for the first time today. And let's see what we have to do to get out of this one. Looks like we can punch out. We are not gonna be able to advance too much. Oh, we've overstruck this one across the fairway a bit, but we have a ball in the rough now. 3:13 to go, laying 2, and we've got to figure out how to get this down in 3 more strokes. We have let that one fly. Did not catch the draw we were looking for, but we are on our way. Big cart path bounce. Big cart path bounce. Let's just run all the way down that cart path, and how about it? Woo, a break of good luck. We are in decent shape here. We are laying 3 shots, 52 yards to go in, and if we can chip one into that 10-foot circle from here somehow, some way, we're gonna par this disaster of a hole. Let's go. And I've hit just over it. We're gonna settle for the 2-putt bogey. A decent scramble, not the worst, but taking a 3 over par to the 8th hole. And as we approach number 8, the 190-yard par 3, let's take a flyover. $196 yards down the hill. We've got a 7-iron in hand. What we can't do is obliterate this. We've got to hit a nice smooth 7-iron. If we hit it too hard, we will fly this. I think we've overdrawn it a little bit. It was a bit chunky. We had the distance with that chunk, but we ended up overdrawing it really hard into a tree, which is okay. It's knocked us out. We've got a little chip here. If we can go 25 yards into the 10-foot circle, we can get out of here with an up and down par. See if I can make this stick at about 25. And if it settles, which it will, we're going to walk out of here with a par, escaping another bad bogey, heading off to number 9 at 3 over. Number 9 is a 422-yard par 4 to close out the front 9. A little bit of water on the left. Let's take a flyover and look at the whole thing. And more trouble looking out to our left, meaning we're going to hope to continue to play the fade shape and keep the ball away from the left side at any cost. Oh, bad pop-up once again. We are struggling with the driver. Things are falling apart for us over here today. Let's see if we can fight our way through yet another popped up and off of the map drive with a punch out and some scrambling work. And it looks like we've got about a 75-yard punch out in front of us just to get back safe. Give ourselves a chance to at least bogey this hole. All right, we've done the minimum to return it back out to the fairway, get us out of the trouble we were in. We're still laying 210, and as crazy as it sounds, if we can drop an absolute beaut in the 10-foot circle, we still can par this hole. Well, we've done the first part of the job. Let's see how she fares. Come on, 6-iron, can you go? I'm not gonna ask myself much better than that. We needed to get within 10 feet. We got within about 17. Pretty dang good bogey. As we close out the front 9 at 4 over par, not our tidiest. Chance to get it back on the back 9. Off to number 10. Number 10 keeps the par 4s going with a 420-yarder. Here's what she looks like from above. And this course just never widens out. It is a narrow beast, and we are still attacking. Trouble to our left as usual. We're going to try and keep one relatively straight, but if anything, we're hoping to play a little left to right fade. Oh, I've turned that over. Done it again. I hope to hit a tree here to save me. And you know what? That's almost what happened. As we roll out besides this tree, we have really lost the feel for our driver today. And that is one of the things that we're working through this winter, trying to get ourselves on track as good as we can get, training right here in the simulator. And I gotta be honest, it's a freaking blast. Reaching for the 3-wood. We're gonna try and guide one down straight as we can. I can see that the entrance to the green is a little to our left. Miss right, end up in the bunker. Let's see if we can keep one as clean as possible. Give ourselves a chance to scramble. Smoked one pretty good. We are on our way. Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, I think that could be bad news for me as it's going to stick me in a wonderful position, but about 6 feet outside of the 2-putt zone, forcing me to take a 3-putt. Not my favorite, but a dang decent shot after a horrible drive. We'll take a bogey, head off to number 11. Da-dunk, dunk, dunk. 301, par 4, number 11. Here's what it looks like. I have completely lost my driver feel on that front 9. We're gonna see if we can get it back. We have not given up yet. Oh, we've really pushed that one bad. It's actually not coming off as bad as it felt, but it is going to end us up right in a little bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble. Let's see if we can fight our way through this stuff and make some magic happen. This is gonna call for the 58-degree wedge. It's gonna call for a very high ball, and it's gonna call for me to really reflect on how much I love the simulator for not having to actually play out of this crap. Oh my, who would have thought we sneak through the tree and make a 3? Within 10 feet for the birdie, let's go. One of the strangest birdies you're gonna see. Tell your friends. All right, Vegas, we are on the board. Been gambling and we are ready to get some more strokes back. Off to number 12, the 376-yard par 4. Here's what it looks like from up above. All right, here we are teeing off on 12, and there comes a time in every man's life where he must question whether or not to put down his driver, and that time for the Screenskeeper is now. We've got a 3-wood in hand, letting the driver take a little breather while it thinks about what it's done. And out with a rip-roaring 3-wood that we are going to be plenty happy with. To be honest, only marginally shorter than a good drive for us. We're out here 260 yards, and that's the right decision to make sometimes. Sometimes you got to put the big stick in the bag and say, yeah, medium stick. Oh no, weird low grounder. Hopefully we skirt through that bunker. And of course, on our best tee ball of the day, we hit our worst approach shot of the day. And we've settled one within a foot or two, somewhat redeeming the fact that we hit the ugliest ball of the day right there on that hole. Getting out of here with the par, feeling good, heading to number 13. A par 3, somewhat of a behemoth of one at 226 yards, a little bit downhill to get there. Let's take a look at it from up above. .226 with 6 yards downhill. We've got a 5-iron in hand, and we're gonna go every bit of a 5-iron here. Oh, big pull to the left. Kind of an ugly strike, but it's gonna leave us somewhat of a position that we can scramble from and hopefully put one within the circle, maybe get an up and down par. But a chunky, ugly strike, to say the least. Oh, just a little shy on the juice, and we're gonna walk out of here with a bogey. But it's okay. Heading to number 14 with our heads held high. Reaching for the 3-wood once more as we get to the 14th hole, a 462-yard par 4. Here's a flyover. Pull to the left. Let's hope we can save it. I think we may have hit that off the map, but if we carry this stream, and we're wet, so we've put that into some water. We're gonna hit an 8-iron and pray that it gets high enough, fast enough to get me up and through these trees. It is up, it's through. How far? We don't know. It's left me in quite a predicament still. We are laying 3 on the par 4. This is our disaster hole. All right, 164 to go. We've got to figure out how to limit the damage here. And finally, I can see a piece of the green somewhere out there in the world. Now with 38 yards to go. And got no piece of that tree I was hitting through, sailed the green. Whew, we are having trouble getting out of this one. Go, 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 go. Oh my, and I've even left that out of the circle. Well, a humbling hole there. As we move off to number 15, taking 8 on the par 4 14th. Woohoo! That is going to make this a tough round. Number 15, a par 4, 451. Here's what it looks like from up above. All right, trouble to the left, a little wider this time. Finally, something with a little more openness. Driver's back, we're gonna give it a shot. That's a no. Just a firm no on that one, and we are way, way in the stuff. Let's see how we're getting out of this one. And we put ourselves back out in the open fairway with that low hook as it runs. And I can see the pin. We've got a little bit of a look, 108 yards, and if I'm a wizard, I can drop one within 10 feet for the par. We've got a strike that we think we like. Oh, we're dropping it right on home, aren't we? That is how you save a par right there, boys and girls. Let's go. We are feeling real good after that par. A tough, tough save. Off to number 16, a par 5, 612 yards. Potential scoring opportunity, but we gotta hit big, we gotta hit accurate. Let's take a flyover. And we're out with one we like. A decent 250-yard plus carry. Stayed on our little fade line. This one could even trickle close to that 300 ball everyone's always looking to get. 295, we'll take it. Set us up decently for a long par 5. Let's see if we can score. A little more draw than we wanted, but we did smoke that. And I think we're gonna be okay. We're playing that up to the left front. Decent little kick. We are sitting rough. However, 85 to go. If I can trickle one into that 10-foot circle, we can get ourselves a birdie. We haven't seen a red circle since the front 9. We've left it a little to the right. Oh, and because of it, we've taken a big, big, big hop off into the bunker. And what has gone from a scoring opportunity has become a scrambling challenge. And we failed to get it high and up enough out of there. We're going to be chipping again wherever this does settle. And we got that one up and of course about 6 inches too far, leaving us with double bogey. Another tough one to take, but we haven't played particularly well today. We are just happy to be out here. Number 17, a par 3, 151. Let's go ahead and take a look. A true challenge here, 151 yards, 8 yards downhill, fully protected by water with a small green. I think we've chunked that too much. And I think we're gonna end up in trouble, possibly in the water. And we also overdrew it. All right. Well, it is going to get worse before we're done with our 18th hole. All right, we're teed back up, hitting 3 off the tee after a water ball. That is one I think we like. I think we like that one. If we only could have done that the first time, we would be looking at a beautiful little par just about 5 feet outside of the birdie zone. That is going to give us a double bogey 5 because we hit our first one in the water. A decent stroke, just got to get it done on the first try. Which brings us limping, crawling, scratching for dear life to number 18. A par 5, one last chance to get a score. A short par 5 at 492. Let's take a look at it. We're gonna go out straight at it and hope to put a little bit of fade cut spin on this one. And we've done just that. We appear to be headed where we need to. If we can carry. Oh my, just barely. And that is gonna roll us out to the fairway after clearing the bunker by about an inch. Here we go with 212 to go on the par 5. Headed to a heavily protected green over multiple pieces of water. This is dangerous, guys, dangerous. Sounds a little crazy, but we're looking to hit a 6-iron and we're looking to absolutely obliterate this 6-iron. But if we miss, we definitely wanna miss right. And we've hammered it to the right side. It is drawing back. I think we hit the ball we wanted here. We are gonna miss right, but just a little to the right. We are in decent position to score this hole. That was a shot right there, where planning and execution really came together. I was able to hit the ball I wanted, miss a little right. Here we are, 20 yards to go. Chip it into that 10-foot circle, walking out of here with a birdie, and our heads held high. We've chalked it up there. Can we get it to sit? Can we get it to sit? Ah, it rolled out by an inch. It rolled out by what I believe to be less than 1 inch. And we'll walk out of there with a par. Oh my, what a great day in Vegas. I had a blast. Ugly, sloppy round of golf. First time back in the Sims in a little while. Couldn't have had a better time. We're gonna walk out of here with an ugly 85 on a very tough course, Shadow Creek. A couple bright spots and some very, very ugly spots. Let's take a look at the stats. So, 40 on the front 9, 45 on the back 9. Boy, did we have trouble. And it really is going to come down to that quad bogey on 14. We walked out of here with 8 pars and a birdie, about a half inch from getting our second birdie there on number 18. Average drive looking decent, but not as accurate as we would like it to be. Only 3 out of 14 fairways, 5 out of 18 greens. Did not take any mulligans or perform any sand saves today. Putting wasn't spectacular with our auto putting. We got to be more accurate with the wedge too. All in all, had a great time. Got our butts kicked. Saw a beautiful course that has no business being in the middle of the desert, but hey, it's here. Let's golf it. Guys, thanks for joining. We had a blast today. We will see you next time. We're playing tons of courses and we're going to take a little world tour. We're going to show you all sorts of amazing things you can do with this program, GSPro, right here at the Screenskeeper in Southern Oregon. Catch us next time. Thanks for watching.